When you think about Disneyland Paris, you think about two theme parks, one that's much better than the other, but let's not discuss that right now, and several resort hotels. But what if I told you that Disney was going to build a water park to complement the theme parks? Welcome to the Main Street News. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Also, follow us on Twitter so you can vote on our next videos. So, without any further ado, let's jump right in.
Oh boy!
Before we start describing the park, we must know the reason why it wasn't built. When EuroDisney opened in 1992, it was a huge resort, filled with hotels, shopping, golf courses and experiences. It looked like it had everything it needed, except enough guests. When it first opened, the resort failed, financially speaking. They
spared no expense.
But surprisingly for Disney, it was not going as well as they had hoped. So, as you might imagine, a big and expensive water park wasn't what they had in their minds. Now we know why it didn't happen, but what was it supposed to be? Well, Disney imagineered a tropically themed water park filled with tiki theming. Disney designed this park between 1990 and 1992 to be a part of the resort's Phase 2 with a projected opening date of 1995. It would have been Disney's first water park outside of Florida, and to suit the harsh European winters, it would have been contained under a massive glass dome. Lava Lagoon was not built as a destination, but rather it was intended mostly for the use of resort guests to help extend their length of stay and keep the hotels full. Lava Lagoon would have been an impressive sight to see. Rising from the heavily themed ground, there would be a huge volcano. Inside would be even more impressive. The centerpiece of the park would have been a massive volcanic peak called the Big Kahuna. Down its slopes would stream a number of slides, and it would be circled by several winding paths and lazy rivers. At the base of the volcano would be a large wave pool called the Great Pacific. Lava Lagoon would be divided into two main parts. The indoor area with its tropical plants and water slides would remain open during the entire year. It would also feature a second level with a restaurant, shops, and other facilities such as saunas. The outdoor part of the park would only open during the summer and would nearly double the capacity of the facility. There will be a couple of slides and raft runs outside as well, and a large beach facing a lagoon. The beaches inside the dome would feature volcanic black sand, while the lagoon would be lined with beautiful white sand. The lagoon would also connect to Lake Disney, allowing boat access to the resort hotels and Disney Village. And across from the water park would sit a new resort hotel. This new waterway would continue past Lava Lagoon to connect with the third theme park, which would be built right behind Sequoia Lodge and the Lava Lagoon water park. Make sure to check our video on Disneyland Paris' third gate if you want to learn more. While the outdoor attractions would no doubt provide relaxing recreation, the star of Lava Lagoon would most likely be the Big Kahuna, surrounded by lush tropical vegetation and South Pacific theming. The volcano would be surrounded by a large number of exciting features. You can see in the image that the Kahuna would be riddled with a number of paths and slides. The major slide for thrill seekers would be Pill's Plummet, which you can see streaking down the east side of the mountain. On the west face feeding into the Great Pacific is a steamer. Where it runs into a wave pool, there are rapids called Caldera Curl. We're not sure, but this could be for surfing. On the south face of the volcano, you can make out three slides: Lava Loop, the Spouting Horn, and the Plunge. There's also a tunnel passing underneath the volcano. On the north face, there are two winding walkways. The rim run winds through the mountain, while the Walk of Fire seems to lead to the sizzling stones. There's also something in there labeled the Boiler, but it's unclear what type of feature that is. There are two raft rides in the image, with Aloha Falls to the north and Kahuku Falls to the south. There were slides outside as well for summertime visitors. These included a Toha Needle and Waimea Canyon, and the Waihia Falls raft ride. For many people, the real attraction of Lava Lagoon would have been the amazing tiki and tropical theming, which would provide an experience like no other. Being a Disney park, we can assume that the snacks and drinks will also immerse the guests in this tropical world. After seeing what could have been, will Disney ever consider building this park? While we don't know what's going on inside their heads, my guess is no, I don't think so. You see, Disney opened in 2017 in partnership with Center Parcs, which is a French company that has holiday villages and tourist residences, the Village Nature Paris. This has a big and fantastic looking water park. It features geothermally heated water. While Aqua Lagoon water park doesn't feature a huge volcano and tiki theming, you can see that it borrowed some things from Lava Lagoon, the most noticeably the glass dome that protects the inside section of the park from the harsh Parisian weather. The Aqua Lagoon and surrounding villages are just 15 minutes away from Disneyland Paris Resort and features some great nature-related activities. But wait, it was announced that Disney will sell their 50% interest on the Village Nature property to Center Parcs. While I don't know if this includes Aqua Lagoon, it makes sense that it would be the whole property. So who knows, maybe in the future they will end up building a water park that's connected to the hotels and theme parks. Also, if you really want to visit this park, but can't, seeing that it wasn't built, you can always fly to Orlando and visit Universal's Volcano Bay. This water park opened in 2017 and really took inspiration on Lava Lagoon. But why? Well, Thierry Coupe, a senior vice president at Universal Creative, was one of the lead Imagineers working on EuroDisney in the early 1990s. So, funny enough, Universal did end up building this Disney water park. Have you visited either of the water parks discussed on this video? Let me know down below your thoughts on either of them. Now, you know everything about Disneyland Paris' water park that never happened. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. As always, thank you for watching, and that's a wrap.